What's going on, everybody? It's Reflex, one of your hosts of Stuck in the Middle podcast, a platform for entrepreneurs, artists, movers, and shakers of African descent, immigrant descent, where you hear stories, advice, and experiences on breaking the mold. Now, welcome to another segment of. Still don't got a name. Y'all gotta help me come up with a name. But listen, I know y'all been seeing this whole week. Like, this joint had me dying, yo. I've been laughing my butt off watching these Mbaku challenges. Fam, y'all killing it. You guys are killing it. I must say, it's very entertaining. Every time I see one on my timeline, I click it. I try to see if like how people are doing on it, how people are nailing it down. But I'm real baffled though. Like, how much time y'all watch this video or this movie? Like, I tried to find the script online. I couldn't find it, so I can like try memorizing it, or like people must have watched this movie like at least 5 times. But either way, like you guys are killing it. But one that has piqued my attention though is this little guy's. This little homie killed this joint. This is my favorite version so far. Like, little homie nailed it. He got everything down, like the costume and everything. Fam, look at this little homie, fam. Like, it's either you step up your game at this point or you just go home. Like, he won the Oscars for this joint. Like, but shout out to Winston Duke too, though. Like, it's a real amazing job that every cast member in the Black Panther movie did. Winston Duke, Mbaku, you are amazing. You killed it. Everybody killed it except Forrest Whitaker, aka Zuri. Fam, come on, son. We ain't buying that accent. What the heck is Black Panther? We will not have the strength of the Black Panthers stripped away. Nah, like, that joint is just as bad as Eddie Murphy's joint from the movie Coming to America. Like, that joint is just as bad as Will Smith's accent in the movie Concoction. Like, nah, we ain't buying it. We will not have it. We will not have it, too. We will not have that terrible accent. But this whole thing is reminding me of a period in my life not too distant ago when I was mocked. I was picked on. I was ridiculed. I was laughed at for having an accent, for having a heavy African accent. It was rough. It was rough, coming up. It was rough. I can't even lie. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Like, you guys know exactly what I'm talking about. But we survived, most of us, and I'm sure I'm not the first. There's been people before me, and there will be people after me who are getting picked on for having an African accent. But the truth is, it's kind of encouraging also to see how we've evolved and how society here, the African American society, even whites here, beginning to understand like, being African is actually lit. Now it's like, oh, you an African? Too bad for you, because ain't no trend, ain't no hype that you can hop on. Like, that's flat out the case. Even though the movie now is like, everybody's dressing up and it's cool and it's a hype, but hey, still don't change the fact you ain't African if you ain't African, and it's lit being African, all right? You can't hop on a train. We ain't welcome it. No, I'm just kidding. But anyway, that's why it's encouraging to see people doing them backward challenge, and though I know people might be doing it to go viral, or for the laughs or for the clicks, the retweets or whatever, it's really encouraging to see people get in touch with their African roots, if you can say that. Get in touch with awesomeness, get in touch with the continent, through this movie. But I gotta say though, I'm a little salty, because where were y'all at when we was getting made fun of for having thick African accents? Y'all wasn't pulling out no dashikis or buying movie tickets and breaking box office and none of that. But it's all love, it's all good, because the whole thing, it made me today the person I am, being able to brag that I have 4 African accents. You want challenge? Like, I have you like every African has 4, at least 3, English accents. The one that you pull out when you're at work, when you're constructing emails and you're talking to your coworkers, and you want to be cordial, you want to be formal. That's the joke you talk when you were talking with white people. Then you got a joke you pull out when you at home. When you talking, we are talking to mommy, and daddy. Mommy, I'm sorry, I had one C. I'm sorry. Next time I'll do better. The teacher just told us that. That's the joke you pull out when you at home. Then you got the joke you pull out when you with your partner. Then the one where you got the slang. I'm talking about, like that. When you try to be cool, you talking to your partner. Then and then you got the in between, the one where it's like it's a mixture of all the concoctions of English accents, and that's why Africans are lit, man. Because you got that, and you got over thousands of dialects and vernaculars in the continent, and so it's just dope seeing it. The movie did an awesome job portraying different cultures and languages, and it's just an awesome thing, man, to see how we've grown. I would stay away from the conversation of saying, the Black American culture in America is appropriating African culture. I'm not gonna get into that in this right here, right now. That's a discussion for another day. But for now, I'm just having fun seeing this Mbaku challenge, man. The movie was awesome. This little boy killed this joint. Like, y'all need to check out this homies joint if you haven't seen it already. This little guy, I don't know how many times he watched the movie. He killed it. Love seeing everybody's traditional garment. This whole thing is encouraging. Like I'm enjoying being African, and it didn't take this movie for me to realize that. Like that happened a long time ago for me. And for people who are just hopping on it, hey, no shade, welcome. It's dope to see, and we continue to grow. We keep growing just from here. Thank y'all for checking out this week's segment. Tune in next week. And thank you to everybody who's sending me emails, by the way. SITM Podcast 237 is the email to send in, segments. The idea of this is just to look at a story throughout the week that's, both impacting the continent and the diaspora. And just chop it down. Thank y'all for checking it out. I'm going to see y'all next week. I'm Reflex, Stuck in the Middle Podcast. We out.